This is a story about how I gained 30 pounds and then decided to change my life. So if you want to support my journey, make sure to subscribe. As a fresh college student, everyone tells you about the freshman 15, where you gain 15 pounds from the dining hall food and all the fast food you'll be consuming on campus. And I thought to myself, that would never happen to me. I've been fit my whole life playing sports and eating whatever I want. I wasn't eating healthily, but well enough to not have a ton of fat and be considered fat. And I told myself I would never be fat. There's absolutely no way.
You thought that you wouldn't get fat by the way that you eat?
Okay, dude, well, like, I don't eat a ton.
3 entrees,
Okay,
4
bro.
appetizers.
Oh, okay. My metabolism was so quick in high school, I'd be perfectly fine. And I literally have to walk everywhere to my classes in college, at least 5 miles every day.
5 miles?
How big is your campus?
Let me explain it to you. My entire campus is the entirety of my downtown city.
What? That's a whole hike.
Classes are in different buildings, literally 2 miles away from each other. It is impossible to get to your class on time.
2 miles?
Yes, 2 miles. But that's literally why I thought I could not gain weight. I would be walking 5 miles every day, burning at least 1,000 calories. But I was completely wrong. My dorm was right outside of a dining hall, serving the most succulent breakfast, lunch, and dinner with desserts and ice cream.
And it was free?
Ice cream?
Oh, I see now.
You had to pay for
Oh,
it.
you would pay for that, wouldn't you?
I did. I bought the most expensive meal plan.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So how much? Did you have to pay for it every time or just one time?
No, so I paid $2.8 thousand at the beginning of the semester for unlimited food, though, unlimited food and 7 fast food meals every week. So it was worth it. It was worth it.
2,000?
Yeah, but it's over 4 months. So you do the math, it's like less than $7 a meal. So it works out completely fine.
So you did the math, about food. You bring out the math.
I didn't even think about the calories. All I could think about was eating my favorite food, recording with my friends, and enjoying my time. But it all caught up too quickly. About 2 months in, I started noticing my face was getting a bit chubbier. Clothes started to feel tight on me. Shorts I used to wear regularly were now starting to feel like a skin suit on me. I thought maybe the washer and my dryer were shrinking my clothes, and so I decided to switch how I would wash them.
That's massive cope. I'm so
No,
sorry,
it is
bro.
massive cope. It is massive
That
cope.
is a huge cope.
It is the biggest cope ever. I would change how I would wash them, so I would tumble them on the lowest heat setting so they wouldn't quote unquote shrink. And I thought I fixed the issue, but it was so much deeper than that. 3 months in, constantly eating Chick-fil-A for lunch, drinking Starbucks coffee in the morning, eating breakfast bagels loaded with cream cheese, bacon, eggs, carbs
That
upon
sounds so
carbs
good.
upon carbs upon carbs.
Your heart is crying, bro.
A shirt my girlfriend gave me with her face on it to wear during classes, which used to fit me too large, suddenly didn't fit me at all. The neck was too tight, my stomach kind of pudged out, and my arms were too wide and it started to choke my biceps. I had to start buying shorts in extra large, and my pant size increased by 4 sizes.
Oh, wait, that quickly too?
Yes, that was the biggest eye-opener for me.
All the fat went to your butt, bro.
It truly did.
Dang.
I realized it was too late, and I had finally realized what I had done. I started becoming overweight from my eating habits.
Your worst nightmare, bro.
That's literally so bad. Dude, I've had nightmares about being too fat. Like, I've had, like, dreams where, like, I look at my fingers and they're massive.
The little sausage
Oh
fingers.
my god.
Yeah, and then I look at my stomach and I'm screaming and crying.
Yeah, I had that would make me lock in so quick. But once I started noticing what had happened, I finally decided I needed to make a change. I told my girlfriend I would go to the gym, and I told her I needed to go. And she always believed I would, but I never did. The gym was only a 5-minute walk away, and I passed it on my way to classes almost every single day. So why did I not just go in the first place like I always used to?
Oh my god, but so you just lied?
What do you mean lied? What do you mean lied?
You lied to your girlfriend, so I'm gonna go to the gym.
I did lie to my girlfriend. I did.
Ooh.
Did I change? Am I not the same person I used to be? Always so fit and active playing sports and trying to look my best? It finally hit me when I saw a photo of myself when I visited my girlfriend. My face was almost unrecognizable. I had gained over 30 pounds of fat. I lost all my muscle and strength, and I was severely embarrassed and ashamed of myself.
Did you never look in the mirror? Like, did you never?
You never really notice it until you have a direct comparison. Because I looked at myself every day, I didn't notice the change.
You gotta cope, Ali, somehow.
I was coping hard. I didn't know how I could do this at all. I didn't know how I allowed myself to be like this. I walked to my classes every day and walked everywhere, anywhere I went. How did it not cancel each other out? How was the calories in more than the calories out?
I cancel it out.
Yeah, like how was that not possible? I don't know how that was possible.
Dude, you drank 2 Cokes, 2 Dr. Peppers each meal.
Yeah, how? Like, how do you not realize that, actually?
I bet it's so good, though. It's so good.
Oh my god, it was peak. I felt so happy. It was so good.
You're never gonna be that happy again.
Never.
Let that
Yeah.
sink
No,
in.
whenever I'm on the beach flexing ripped, I think I'll be more happy then. I knew I needed to make a change, but I wasn't disciplined enough yet. Family photos showed my face completely swollen, bloated, just an overall an unappealing version of myself, almost trying to appear fat on purpose.
Oh my god. God.
I had no visible jaw, just a merged neck and chin, and I felt disgusting. I knew this isn't how I wanted to look. This isn't how I wanted to feel or be seen. I wanted to hide and never show my face. I just wasn't myself. And so at my peak, I weighed 213 pounds.
203rd. I'm so sorry, bro.
And I wanted to transform myself because I was at my lowest. No matter what happened, I was never feeling happy about myself. Nothing I did, no amount of food could ever replace the feeling of me liking my image. But no matter what happened on from this day forward, I would be as disciplined and as strict and as cautious as I could be. I was going to change my entire body. But from the beginning of my journey, which started the second I got back home from my family trip, I cut out all sugary drinks I used to consume. No more Gatorades, Dr. Pepper, no more orange juice.
Yeah, because, dude, I remember all you did was drink Gatorade, bro. You did not even drink water.
Well, I never drink water. I don't even drink water now. So for the next 6 months, I didn't have Chick-fil-A at all. I would only have food that would be food that I knew I wanted to put inside my body. And you guys know me. I know. It's just crazy to sound. I know it's impossible, but like, it was true. I didn't have Chick-fil-A for 6 months.
6 months.
Imagine the money I saved, dude. That's the biggest thing for me.
Dude, I want to see your points. Imagine that the Chick-fil-A like CEO is probably like disappointed in you right now.
Dude, they were calling me. They were sending letters to my house to like ask me if I died. They sent out police for a welfare check on me.
And with all that saved money, I bought this giant pile of Socks comics.
What? Wait, these are all the same comic? Why'd you buy so many?
Well, I mean, like, what if I lose one?
Get your pile at Socks.store.
But now, for the first week of January, my college classes weren't in session. So I would be staying at my house, which means I decided what I ate and what I didn't. I didn't have the fast food at my disposal like I did when I was at college. And so I turned to TikTok, and I had been influenced by various TikToks explaining people getting ready to cut for summer. And I didn't know what that meant.
Ooh, the summer lock-in.
This is exactly what I needed, though. I needed to know how to get cut. And so I plan to come into pool parties looking like Terry Crews, but like buffer.
A little buffer than that.
And a little bit darker, too. I learned about aggressive cutting and intermittent fasting, the keto diet, carnivore diet, and the list goes on. It goes on forever. And I was intrigued, but also confused. But I knew I just needed to start. And so my first method of losing weight was intermittent fasting, which is basically having one big meal a day and then no food for the next day until the next big meal comes around.
So there's one meal a day.
One big meal a day.
A big meal for you, that is like 6 meals at once.
He's just doing Ramadan.
I'm doing the Ramadan challenge. The Ramadan challenge for white people is intermittent fasting. But this is when I realized I didn't want to just lose fat. I wanted to gain muscle as well. I needed to go to the gym and work out and eat enough protein for my muscles to recover and grow. And also I needed to take supplements as well. And it's not new to me at all. I mean, I've been to the gym before. I used to be pretty strong and muscular. I used to play football and soccer, and I used to look good. And I wasn't afraid of the gym. I was afraid of the new environment there. These guys were doing backflips in the gym, and I was doing push-ups still. I didn't know what was happening, but my given metabolic rate was about 2,800 calories a day. And I thought that was insane. That's 2 Chick-fil-A meals. Can you believe that?
That's pain.
Yeah, it's really, really tough on me. A singular meal from Chick-fil-A I would order. A 12-count large fry, Dr. Pepper, 8 ketchups.
3 ketchups?
There's 6 ketchups, but that is 1,600
Dude,
calories.
hang on.
What are you doing with the ketchup?
I mean, I love ketchup.
Oh my god, dude, there was one time we went to Chick-fil-A, right? Literally recently, a couple of months ago. Oof! Over here goes, I need like 30 ketchup packets. What do you mean?
Dude, oh, I love ketchup. It's my favorite condiment.
You're gonna have 30. Like what?
Listen, let me extend. I eat my Chick-fil-A in a special method, a special way. What I do is I take a fry and I layer like a line of ketchup, almost like you're like doing cement work. I do a layer of ketchup and then I plop a nugget on top and then I fold it up like a taco and then I eat it.
Ew, what?
That's why I need so much ketchup.
No wonder why you put on so much weight.
I told my girlfriend about my new diet and she called it dangerous. I've seen people do this and I've seen them get the results they want. And I didn't care if it was healthy or not. I just wanted it to work. And so I did. I continued to only eat one meal a day. Sometimes it'd be grilled chicken, just literally plain chicken. But sometimes I'd even splurge and eat some chicken from Panda Express as they had the nutritional value online.
And all my homies love Panda Express, so subscribe if you like Panda Express.
And it actually had worked. I lost about 5 pounds in my first month. But then I had another realization. I could never know if the amount of food I was eating was actually the amount of calories for the correct amount of servings. So I decided to have a huge change in my life once again, which would be dependent on a single piece of technology, the digital food scale.
Scale?
The little scale that you weigh food on, like you could weigh grams, ounces, fluid ounces.
You measured every food.
This is where the eating disorder happens. I'd asked my dad if he had one, and he said, I have no idea. We don't weigh food in this house. We just eat. I was like, yeah, true. I've never seen us use one.
So valid.
But I wanted to know every single nutritional value factor of the food I was eating. And if I wanted to do this successfully, I would have to cook every single meal myself, weighing out every single ingredient to a T T to understand what I'm eating and how my diet is going to look like. This would revolutionize the next 6 months of my life. Every single time I ate something, it was always put on a piece of paper that was placed on a digital scale.
So wait, is that how you learned how to weigh the cheesecake to see which one weighed more so you could pick that one that weighed
Oh my
heavier?
God. I forgot about that one.
Remember that?
Oh my God. A little side note. Me and Natalie got Cheesecake Factory one time, and this was, I think I was like giving myself a little treat during my cut. And so me and Natalie both got a piece of cheesecake. And Natalie went to go, yeah, we both got a slice. And each slice is like 1,300 calories. And Natalie went to go use the bathroom. And while he was in there, I took out a food scale and I weighed which cheesecake weighed more, and I gave myself the heavier one.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't tell him until after we both ate it. So he couldn't do anything.
I got scammed.
Yeah. But this would literally revolutionize the next 6 months of my life. My entire goal was dependent on this small piece of technology. This was my Tony Stark building an iron suit in a cave moment. And so I weighed my food. Every single ingredient, every piece of steak, every piece of chicken, every piece of fish, salmon sauce, rice, vegetable, egg, even the 0-calorie cooking spray, I weighed.
Even the cooking spray.
And I was the most locked in version of myself ever. The weight started pouring off of me and I was visibly leaner and less chubby. And one night after I went to bed and woke up in the morning to do my daily weigh-in, I had finally weighed 200 pounds. I lost 13 pounds.
That's actually pretty good
Yeah, that's good.
13 pounds in 3 weeks?
for not working out.
For not working out, from just simply changing my diet, I lost 13 pounds.
Insane.
But here's the thing though, losing weight in the first part of your fitness journey is the easiest it will ever be. The fact that you're losing more fat in the beginning means you have less fat to burn later on. So it makes it even harder to lose weight. And I decided I would treat myself to a dinner with my mom at the Melting Pot.
I love the melting pot.
You love the Melting Pot.
Dude, you have the desserts there? Oh,
Yeah,
my
bro,
God.
it was pretty good.
You get like marshmallows, and you get like strawberries, and you put them in.
And the chocolate, chocolate, exactly. We
Ah!
had the brownies, we had the Rice Krispie treats, we had the cupcakes, we had the muffins, we had everything. We had everything. When I arrived, she explicitly asked me, and I remember this word for word. Hey, Oof, did you lose weight? And then I knew it was working. It felt amazing. She said my face was visibly leaner and less chubby from whenever she saw me at Christmas time. And she had showed me a photo to compare the two. And I thought, wow, I can't believe I let myself get to that point. But this was all the motivation I needed to continue on. And so now I'm back in college. I bring my food scale with me everywhere I go. I go to the dining hall, I bring my food scale. I go to any fast food place, I bring my food scale. And I'd go and eat as much chicken as I needed to hit my protein goal.
Protein.
To hit my protein goal. Got 1 billion grams of protein per day. And I felt embarrassed bringing it out. But I knew this is what I needed to do in order to hit my goal. I looked crazy bringing 3 different plates to my table, putting on a food scale, jotting down the numbers, going on my phone, calculating how many calories it is, taking the food off, putting more food on. I looked crazy.
Crazy locked in.
You need to be crazy to make this big of a change in your life. But listen though, a diet can only do so much. I decided I would finally be courageous and try out the gym. And since Monday, February 10th, I've gone to the gym 3 times a week, training chest and tries on Monday, back and buys on Tuesday, and shoulders and forearms on Wednesday. And I didn't have a leg day, obviously, because Doritos are my favorite chip. But don't worry, this would suit and change.
You wanted to look like one?
I wanted to look like a Dorito and have a big, big back. I wanted to have wings. Honestly, that was my whole goal. I just want wings. But 18 days of going to the gym, which would be about 6 weeks in, the scientific lifting trend was booming on TikTok. I learned about optimization and rest and everything under the sun about being the most optimal in the gym. And the workout split that caught my eye was full body every other day. And this allowed me to be the most optimal way for me to gain muscle and lose fat, along with my diet and supplement
put me
cardio.
on,
I
too.
put Natalie on. I'm putting more people on every day. Buy my coaching in the link in the bio. I don't have coaching.
Let me get on. Let me get on.
Imagine.
But this was the most optimal way for me to gain muscle and lose my fat. So I continued to do it for the entirety of my time in college. And later on, about 2 to 3 months in, I'd throw in some cardio by walking around for no reason. And I'd walk on a treadmill. I'd work progressively harder on my lifts. And I'd actually try and overload my lifts to see if I could progressively overload my strength and also my muscles. I saw my strength skyrocket. And my muscles grew back twice the time it took for me to originally gain them, which is due to muscle memory, essentially.
Or was your muscles are locked in? They're like, oh, I remember this.
So my muscles, they remembered that, oh, we're not small. You know, like, what are we doing small? We can be big again. I was now on 1,500 calories a day.
A day?
Oh, wow. That's low.
That is one Chick-fil-A meal.
Dude, you used to eat double that.
Yeah, I used to eat triple that. And yeah, maybe I developed an eating disorder at this time, but I didn't care. I really didn't care. I didn't think of it as an eating disorder.
Man, it's locked in.
I'm not in. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. I thought of it as disciplined eating and like strict dieting. Like it worked. So it doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's an eating disorder. But at the end of the day, I knew I wanted my weight off. So I'm going to continue it. And now it's about March. 3 months in, I'm weighing at about 193 to 197 pounds, fluctuating between these two weights. And it's odd. I noticed I'd only go down in weight on random days. I could weigh 195, 193, 194, 196, but then randomly drop to 191. And this was a time.
How?
I don't know. This is exactly what. This is so confusing. I knew I looked forward to these days every single time it happened, as it was basically the drop off of when I would fluctuate around that weight. And so I continued going to the gym. I continued working on cardio and improving my diet. I added vegetables, but I mean, I had to. And it's now April, and this is a huge month for me because this is the month of the Minecraft in real life video shoot. I was told I'd be a part of it, and I was eager to be able to participate in a video this huge with the work of everyone. But I was nervous though. I was still 15 pounds heavier than what I was in the last video. Granted, I had some muscle back, but my face was still chubby, my stomach still pudged out, and I wasn't at my best, but I knew ultimately it was okay. There was a comment I explicitly remember that helped me really with my my self-confidence. It was during the pickaxe time at the beginning of the challenge. Someone commented and said, "Oof, looks buff here." And I was like, hey, that's all right.
Man, why are you on the alt
No.
account?
My alt accounts are all banned. My alt accounts are all banned. Yeah, some moments where I thought I looked amazing and not like I was 4 months ago. And by the time the video shoot was over, I weighed in at about 190 to about 192 pounds by the day. But I haven't broken sub 190 yet. And I knew I just wanted to see 189.9. Even if it was just 0.1 pound under, I wanted to see that 9 turn to an 8. And so I continued my harsh diet. I continued working out, hitting my protein goals every day, and making sure my muscles were growing as well. Which is honestly unfortunate because putting on more muscle means I will weigh more.
But it's not fat though.
Yeah, it's not fat though, but being in a cut this strong and harsh, my body will use my muscle as fuel and not my fat. And so I needed to prioritize eating enough protein to allow my muscles to stay the same size or grow just to not shrink. But the time it finally came. I woke up one morning and after use of the bathroom and a haircut, I weighed 187 pounds. I had lost 3 pounds overnight. And this was the exact drop I was looking for.
Overnight?
Yeah, the haircut was probably like 2 pounds, honestly. I have a lot of hair.
The haircut, or you went to the bathroom.
I actually air fried every single chicken nugget. So the air fryer was probably my second biggest technology that helped me during this time.
Air fryer is peak. Who made it, bro?
The weight started trickling down from 186, 184, 183, and then finally 180.7. I remember seeing that number and I got emotional seeing it. I thought I finally did it. I got the number I wanted to see on the scale.
That's really good.
I looked at myself and I looked small. I didn't look big or chubby or anything. And it was almost as if I went back in time. I had the most amount of muscle I've had in my life. And I was at the slimmest during this point. I decided to myself, what's 5 more pounds? What's 5 more pounds to 175 pounds?
So you keep on going.
I haven't weighed 175 pounds since 2022, 3 years ago. And so I decided to cut even more. I cut to 175 pounds in less than 1.5 weeks.
What? How'd you do that?
I simply just ate less, worked out more.
Isn't cardio just like really painful though to do?
I mean, it was. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's hard. It's not easy. It's time consuming. But I had a goal in mind, and I knew what I wanted to do.
Locked in, baby.
But here's where it changes, though. I didn't want to weigh less. In actuality, I wanted to weigh 200 pounds. And so now with all the fat I gained and had before all shredded off of me, and now my muscle is now bigger than ever before, I'm going to continue with my newfound knowledge of muscle training and recovery and dieting and nutrition and try to reach 200 pounds again. But this time, it just won't be fat.
Gotta be muscle.
I won't be the same me at 200 pounds. I'll be a completely unrecognizable person. I want it all. I want to be back up there.
Wow.
Motivational.
You motivated me, oof, okay?
Yeah, I feel motivated.
Let's go hit the gym after this. Like, what am I doing sitting here?
What are we doing? You guys want to go gym?
I want to go gym.
I'm gonna go gym.
You know, let's go gym now.